At night on the ship, my bed is kept warm in the captain's quarters from Shoti. Our ship, the Defiant, is an old dhow, and quite small for our uses. I actually thought it was a sloop for the longest time. That goes to show you what I know about ships. With a dhow, or a sloop, which is about the equivalent size, if all we wanted to do was sail from port to port and explore, then maybe our ship type would be adequate. But for combat, or for loading plunder from combat, well, it's quite a bit too small for that. Don't get me wrong, it can outturn a lot of the larger ships, but what's the point when there are too few guns on her and her armor is not adequate? Big ships mean a lot of sail and they can catch a lot of wind, which doesn't necessarily make them slower, just less mobile. So we can outturn them in combat, but we cannot really outrun them. It just makes it all the more dangerous out there, especially as my reputation grows. With a larger ship, we can field a larger crew as well, which helps in boarding operations. And I would get a larger captain's quarters. Mine is just above the status of broom closet right now. A larger bed and more space in my room is not exactly the reason why I'd want an upgrade, but it would be nice. Besides, there's not much room for two in here. Not that Shoti or I are very large people. I'm just above average height for a human, and Shoti, well, she's, maybe a little short for an average woman. But on those cold nights, her body sure is nice to cuddle up to. Yeah, she makes me happy. I'm glad I mustered up the courage to tell her how I felt about her. And all along, she was hoping to get close to me like this. Strange how it all worked out. She's a good one, this woman. A little naive when it comes to the gods, but a good one nonetheless. Which makes thinking of such things all the better when faced with creatures who have invaded Hasongo, the Naga. Sometimes it helps to think of the things you like or love in your life, to keep you through the more dark times. The times when you just want to get it over with and never look back because of how horrid it is. This is the current state of Hasongo. Counting the days. Well, it's been many days. That's probably since Aothis' attack.
Yeah?
No, it couldn't be, because Aothis would just kill you, turn you to dust. Otherwise, I don't want to take their supplies. Well, they do have a grenade. I will take that, since we're going to go out there and save them from the Naga. Careful! The scale bellies bleed something nasty when you kill them. I can't sleep. I see visions of 1,000 candles going out. Just what we need, another raving Dawn Star. Yeah, you leave her out of this. Face my wrath otherwise. And you don't want to see a Watcher's wrath. Okay. I suppose we have some Naga cleaning to do.
I've got it
here. A ripe steady stench wafts from the boats. A corpse is pinned behind them. The Naga have been all through here. I hate to do this, but they are dropping coin, and if I don't do it, somebody else touches them, they're just going to fall apart. It's kind of nasty, actually. I don't like that. So you said they came up from below. Strange. Cannon shot. Our ship seems to be full of ammunition. We need to get a larger ship at some point. The sloop is only so big. Not much room. Everyone is cramped except outside the... Ooh, there's a Naga. Outside the captain quarters, everything is really cramped.
It makes no difference.
Tough
Come
little
now,
bugger.
step into the line. Milani, spermeri publices.
Oh, we didn't
Too difficult, I say.
see what the Naga was carrying. Well, a sword, of course. Spire sponge, reptilian blood.
I smell conflict in the air.
This isn't going to be easy. Look where they are. This is like an ambush. Alright, let's try to fight through this. Ah. Healing potion. But we have a bunch of people that are ranged. Use ranged weapons. So, Shodi, come. And that's what we need.
Let's go.
Ow.
Just like that.
If Aloth was here... Okay, so... Clearly that's not working.
Trails. Seeing trails.
Maya, yeah, I know you're tough as nails. Get over here, though.
Holding my guts in here, Captain.
No, damn it.
Nice! You did that?
This does not work.
Okay, we've got some archers to bring down. Nice one, she brought back Maya Rua. Ah. Pelagina, you have to. Get over there. It's like it took one too many hits there. It was a bit much for me. I'm gonna have to rest in the inn after this. Coral Naga bow.
Just like that.
This is one of the cannons that they were talking about. A heavy brass bombard is perched atop the wall, pointing out to sea. From here, I have a commanding view of the flooded fortress. You know that swell of fatherly pride when you see a newborn? Getting my taste of it. Maya pats the hide of the weapon. Scan the fortress. Broken towers rise feebly from the water, and corpses and debris float between them. I see no sign of life until I note movement near the center of the fort. A large cluster of Naga has congregated on the central walkway. Let's check for ammunition. The bombard itself is not loaded, and I don't see any ammunition for it nearby. Best pay another visit to the anxious quartermaster if we're low on shot. The bombard continues its lowly vigil. Okay, so... Okay, let's go back. Is that you laughing like that, Shodi? You sound insane. Let's go talk to the quartermaster about shot from the bombard. Could use that against the Naga.
Is there anything else?
Where could I find ammunition for the bombard?
Ammunition? We keep lots of ammunition. Get new shipments all the time from Rauatai.
She nods brightly, clinging to this hopeful thought. Maya smirks and folds her arms.
Not for the Bombard. Fleetmaster Ko fired it all at the Colossus. All that's left are cannonballs, and they're too small.
He sags, despondency creeping up on him like a chill.
Maybe Imuro had some. In his workshop, he was making these new explosive shells.
The injured soldier shoots her a look and she breaks off.
Please continue.
Pelagina narrows her golden eyes at Zuhaira's slip, but says nothing. A satisfied smile spreads across her face.
Soldier, did I ask for an inventory of your supplies? Stick to the topic.
Maya raises a shaking finger and holds Zuhaira's gaze before lowering it.
Anyway, you should check, just in case. Imuro's workshop was by the northern gate.
She reaches into her pocket. She hands me a key. It's slick with her sweat. Okay, thank you. Farewell. Looks like that's what we're gonna have to do to try to get rid of some of these Naga. Hopefully there is some experimental cannon shot. Did she say where... I'm pretty sour Aethys came from the luminous Audra here at the lighthouse. It's at the western end of the fort. One of the soldiers warned me that the Naga may ambush me if I get close to the water. I need ammunition before I can use the Bombard. She told me someone named Amero was making explosive shells for the Bombard. His workshop is near the northern gate. So I spotted some Naga lurking in the middle of the fort. There might be a way around them. Over here. Naga all over there. Northern part? What's in here? Well, there's a fight in here.
Is it me?
Or, finally
Had
done.
an awful lot of black powder.
Oh. There's a couple Naga over there. Well, now's when we need a Loth. I'd say we hit the black powder. That may have been a little overzealous,
Toss the light.
but we got them all. Some of us took injuries, but... Actually, the only one that really took the injury was Takehu, but the rest of the healing up nice.
Yeah? You have my attention.
Okay.
I've got it.
Artillerist's Manual. When taking aim, the artillerist must account for both the distance of the target and the velocity of the wind. What follows is a series of diagrams specifying the ideal firing angles for targets at various ranges.
Will do.
Weapons. The debris of charred and blackened with spent gunpowder. Oh, I triggered a trap.
I'm fine.
Now I am really injured.
Huh? Sure.
That was a bad burn. The crates smell musty. Peering aside, you see they're full of black powder. When in doubt, just throw explosives at your enemies. What's this? Fine arquebus. Huh. Could this be better than what Maya's using? Yes, it is, actually. Quite a bit better. How does one get over the other side? I see a spirit of a Naga over there.
Will do.
I see no way of getting over there. Unless we swim. I could always blow up the barricade, I suppose. Okay, we've got to find this experimental shot. What's this up here? An entire section of the wall has been smashed, leaving a chasm of jagged rubble below. Broken planks and battlements jut from the opposite side of the break. Rope and grappling hook. Throw a grappling hook across the gap. I'll go, despite my injury. I hurl the grappling hook at the broken wall. It catches securely on the parapet. Cross the rope. Shimmy to the other side of the wall. Let's go down.
Ready
Looter.
to brawl?
There's looters down there that aren't Naga. Unless they come on a ship, look. Well, let's go down here. cooking fat, tar loaf. What's this? The stairs descend to a flooded hallway. The water is clear and the passage seems to continue for quite a ways. I think this may lead to the other side, actually, where we saw the Naga spirit. Let's swim into the passage. As the passage begins to grow dim and the water cloudy, we reach an intersection where the walls are spiderwebbed with cracks. The hall continues to the left and to the right. The way on the left is dark. There's a faint glow to the right, but still, dark shapes obstruct the passage. Orient myself in the passage. My finely honed sense of direction tells me that the hall to the right leads west, while the route to the left seems to bend southeast, back towards the docks. Let's go left. The hallway curves around till I reach a door. It's swollen with water and stuck in place. I give it a cursory tug, but it will take more effort to pull it open. Pry bar. Use a pry bar. I wedge the pry bar into the door jamb and, bracing my feet against the ceiling, push all of my weight into it. The door pops open, revealing stairs to the surface. I swim up. It's exactly where I want to be.
Yeah?
After this, we're going to take a bit of a break. Nekataka. For a few days. I feel the presence of a soul, twisting and sinuous. It notices me too, and draws nearer. Its restless essence tingles against my own. It is searching, hunting. I recognize it as the soul of a Naga.
What is this? Come closer. You glow so brightly, just like
The soul recoils from a memory of violence, like a child snatching her from a hot stove. What were you searching for?
away.
Memory blooms at her core. A burst of vehemence, suddenly, through her essence.
The striped fiends profane the island, endlessly burrowing, building. They bury the Adra under stone.
She's talking about the Rauataian.
Sugan says we must find a way in. Sugan says I must find a way in.
There's warmth in this thought. Pride. Who is Sugan?
Speaker for the gods. Grandfather to many. He leads us here. And here I must find a way in. The fiends gather at the walls, searching too. Not for me, but they see me still.
I feel a prickle of sympathetic pain, as if pierced by a volley of bullets. You died.
No, not dead. Still searching.
A desperate, dissonant ripple thrums through the Naga's soul.
Stay a little longer. Your glow is a comfort here.
What are you looking for now?
A way, I said. A glowing, shining way.
As she speaks, I feel myself pulled into her memory and into the dark abyss of the in-between. I remember it from my own brief sojourn there. Yet from the darkness, I and Janus, which is the Naga spirit, see a bright rift, a pillar with roots that seem to reach out into the heart of the world. I recognize this as an Adra pillar.
The way glows like an anglerfish lure. But it feels safe.
It does. I am drawn to it. I drift toward it.
I will follow the way, I think. But then I see another glowing thing. This one does not feel safe.
Another glowing figure appears, this one shaped like an enormous walker. 3 stars burn above its brow. I feel Janus's fear at this walker thing, even as I recognize it as Aethys. Draw back. I watch as the glowing figure approaches the pillar. It reaches out and a violent current rips through the darkness. I hear a chorus of screams, but they sound distant and distorted as if coming from underwater. Light and energy flow into the strange being from the pillar and from 100 points gathered around it. At last the pillar is dark. The glowing walker recedes, brighter than before. Everything is dark.
Now, there is no way and no light. I am afraid.
I don't like this, Aethys. Come with me.
It is too dark. I will lose my way, or be swallowed by the terrible walker.
Fear shivers through her. I'll restore the outer pillar, then you can continue on your way.
The way? I am searching for a way. Show me.
She melts into the ether and becomes a quiet presence beside me.
Yeah, I've got it.
No, I don't like Aethys. It's even more disturbing. He says what he's doing is beautiful. Okay, well, we got a bit of a swim. Let's get back. Swim back to the kitchen. I retrace my route, feeling my way along stone walls and following gentle currents. When I reach the cracked wall and the first blush of light, I turn right and kick toward the surface. Bit of water there. Well, there was a second way. I don't know where that will go, though. I have a feeling it wasn't anything good. Well, let's try it. Swim into the passage. Orient myself in the passage. Go right this time. I pull myself past a corner and into a labyrinth of carnage. Debris from half-collapsed walls and shattered barricades clog the tunnel. Corpses weighed down by armor and bloated with decay bob and hover in the open spaces. I kick off the rubble to propel myself forward. Even so, the way forward is more taxing than I'd initially thought. Keep swimming. I press on. Takehu appears to be struggling, but by the time I notice, it's too late to turn back. The exit is still a gray blur when I see the panic in Takehu's eyes. I grab one of Takehu's trembling arms and pull my companion toward the light. I reach a wood-paneled wall with a ruined green banner when I see the exit on my right. I push toward it. Once out of the water, Takehu doubles over and vomits a mouthful of seawater, trembling with exhaustion. Takehu is injured. It's the second injury he's taken. I'm gonna have to kill these Naga and go back to Nekitaka. A cold, stiff hand protrudes from the rubble. Can't save that one. What is this?
On it.
Palmstone, silver fin. Good for crew morale. We'll take all these things. Vegetables. Rice wine. Oil. White yennefer. Good for crew morale. Well, that's all we got here. I don't know if that was worth the trip. Well, I don't know if... I don't want to walk out to a whole group of Naga, but... I'll see what's outside this. Oh. It is on the other side. There's Naga near the water. Okay. Let's go back. They could be anywhere around here, though. Have to be careful. We need that cannon shot. It did say it's a workshop to the north. What's this? Ah, great sword. Great fine sword. Exceptional round medium shield. Things we can sell. Okay. I know not all of us are the best at sneaking around, but...
Keeping quiet.
We need to get some practice in on doing that. There's Naga in the water, and we might grab their attention if we're not careful. Ah, some greenery. do like an island with green. Green grass, green bushes, green trees. Okay, so I think this is going right up to the lighthouse, and that's not where we want to go. But I think this could be the workshop. Let's make our way down there. I didn't see any Nāga nearby, so it should be okay to move normally. Let's just hope that there's not a whole lot of them inside. A few we'll be fine with, but too many. I hear Naga.
His fear.
A shuffler hides here. I taste his fear.
Open.
Okay, let's kill these two Naga.
Right between.
Oh, keeping it back with ranged weaponry.
Makes no difference.
Pelagina. Switch weapons, please. Engage it.
Worth and rough.
Okay, let's get this one.
Sweet redemption. I am ready.
Yeah, I've got it.
So there's somebody behind this door. What's this? Hasongo Workshop Records. Majiverno. Sounds like Valian. Received from Takawa, 135 barrels of saltpeter, 209 crates of ammunition. This is an enormous amount. Sent to Takawa, 536 sacks of rice, 580 sacks of dried merkberries. Sent to Brass Citadel. 73 barrels of black powder. Yeah, it's just what's been traded, sent, shipped between the islands. Really of no interest to me.
Will do.
Talking about a large amount, though. So I wonder who's behind this door. I unlocked it.
Huh?
Hello there. An older man hunches over a work table, scribbling furiously by the light of a flickering lantern. His hair is an oily, matted mess, and his cheeks are streaked with black. He looks up at me as I enter, shielding his eyes from the torchlight behind me.
Finally, some peace and quiet. Just keep that bird away from my work.
He glares at the Shiza.
Stand down, Ishi. The man is doing important work.
Slave sphincter, those snakes were noisy. I don't suppose you brought any extra parchment with you?
He brushes a lock of greasy hair behind his ear. As he does, his ink-stained fingers leave another mark on his cheek. What are you doing?
I'm writing it all down. My research, my work, something to survive before the next walk-in Colossus, the next Naga warband.
He blinks, his eyes wide and distant.
Do you need something? If not, I should focus. So much to do.
He turns back to the pages on the table. Zuhura told me about you have explosive shells for the Bombard.
Only one. Just a prototype. In there.
He points to the chest against the wall.
Captain, I don't ask for much. I need to see this thing go off.
Shoti lifts her chin in interest. I'd like to see it go off too.
It is most impressive.
He brightens, nodding enthusiastically at Maya.
You're welcome to it. I only ask that you compile notes on the blast radius, detonation temperature, smoke formation, debris trajectory.
He continues muttering quietly to himself, ticking the items off with sharp jabs of his quill. So, tell me what happened here.
What didn't? A colossus made of Adra marched through the fort, grew bright like luminous, and scores of soldiers fell dead. Incredible.
His quill stops moving, and his gaze grows distant.
If Aethys got to them first, then you can fit their remains in a pouch of white leaf.
Sighing, Maya scratches the back of her head.
Then the Naga killed everyone else. Except Latharn, I suppose. Yes, he must have left.
Latharn.
Dawnstar fellow.
Yeah.
Arrived yesterday, last week. Complained of strange dreams. Smart of him to leave so soon.
I'd like to speak with this Latharn.
He's gotta be acting on his dreams, trying to help our god.
Zuhair survived along with a few others.
They should split up. Safer that way. Better odds.
Not against the Naga. Alright.
Do you need something? If not, I should focus. So much to do.
How do I get to the lighthouse?
How indeed.
A high, anxious laugh tumbles out of him.
Naga everywhere. Suppose your best chance will be up along the walls, west and south. But how to get there?
He shakes his head.
Better perhaps to keep going south, around the edge of the fort. Through Fleet Master Ko's office. More cover from the Naga.
Okay. If there are survivors holed up by the docks, I can help you reach them. He waves a hand, already turning back to his notes.
Safety in numbers, eh? A comforting illusion. Let the others have it if they wish it.
He wipes his cheek, smearing more ink across it.
I must see that my work survives.
Okay then. Farewell. Exceptional arquebus. That's even better than the fine one we found. So, where is it? Is this it? The explosive shell? This shell is large enough for a bombard. A plug protrudes from the top, and black powder is caked in the seam. We'll take everything we can out of here. Pelagina, what are you using? She's using a pistol for her ranged. Fine arquebus. Well, now we have an exceptional arquebus. It's quite a bit better. Okay. What's this down here? Potion of moderate healing? I think we'll take that.
Right.
And you know what? Let's see about... he's okay. He'll close the door if he wants. Alright, so we've got to make it back to the Bombard. And see about killing us. Groups of Naga with that thing. I hope it works.